The Middle English period was a style of writing that combined the harsh alliterative style of the Anglo-Saxon period with that of the French, which was composed with rhyme schemes, stanzas, and couplets. Middle English literature started to be authored in the 13th century, but predominantly flourished in the 14th century. The Middle English period was sparked by the Norman conquest of 1066. The Duke of Normandy, who was French, invaded Britain. English prevailed as the dominant language, but it created a blended Anglo-Norman French language. This would also translate into England's literature, thus introducing rhyme scheme, as stated before. Being so long ago, it is difficult to find many examples of literature from this era, and it's even more difficult to find the names of the writers due to authors not taking pride in individualism until after the Renaissance. Commonly accepted as the most important example of Middle English poetry is the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. Chaucer's original goal was to introduce 30 characters. Each character would tell 4 tales, creating a grand total of 120 stories, while they all went on the same pilgrimage together. Sadly, Chaucer would only ever create 24 stories, not even introducing all of his characters. Other examples include Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, Pearl, and Cleanness, which were all written by the mysterious and unknown Gawain poet. You also have Layman's Brute and The Owl and the Nightingale, made by an unknown author. As everything in this time period pointed to God, so did other themes in literature. However, the Middle English era also introduced the common story of knights saving ladies and damsels. This was the time period that reintroduced tales of thrilling adventure. More of the sacred tales carried the common theme of redemption through Christ and the Virgin Mary. Most poems were used in a lyrical format, which turned sacred poems into hymns and secular ones into drinking songs and love tunes. Inventions during the Middle English period also helped further people's interest in reading. Eyeglasses were created, allowing the few literate people who suffered loss of eyesight to read. Other technological discoveries helped produce books more efficiently. On an unrelated note, the clock was also invented. The excerpt shown on the poster is a very small part of the Canterbury Tales. The first 8 lines read, "Then you compared a woman's love to hell, to barren land where water will not dwell. And you compared it to quenchless fire. The more it burns, the more it is desire. To burn up everything that burnt can be. You say that just as worms destroy a tree, a wife destroys her husband and contrives, as husbands know the ruin of their lives." As you can see, this poem contains a rhyme scheme. The lines also share an involvement of both religion and women, both of which were heavily common themes in this era. This poster was created by Abby Neo and Joshua Kirsch, and I hope you enjoy. Pieces of work used in the creation of this video are Bloom's Literature, Medievalist.net, thehistoryofenglish.com, and Michael Mortarelli's Middle English Literature.